Hello Aquarius, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, because obviously it hasn't happened yet, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Before I get on with your reading, I just wanted to say thank you so much to those of you that have bought a t-shirt that I make and sell, and I can't even communicate. I really appreciate it. I have just released a new design. It says going with the flow on the back, and it still has this on the front. They're on my website now, and I've restocked the just standard ones that I have available. So if you are interested and you didn't manage to get one, please go to my website and check them out. tinyturtle23.com, or go to the link at the top of the description. Thank you so much. Anyways, I'm so sorry, I'll stop rambling. Let's get on with the important part of your reading. Okay. What is happening for you beautiful Aquarians this week? Firstly, you have the Empress. Then you have the Page of Wands. Oh, then you have the Ace of Cups and the World card. So that's very exciting. As always, I'm going to talk you through these cards first and then clarify and get more out of them. Empress card though, you're feeling good, you're looking good, you're attracting good, you're growing good. Like your whole life as a whole, you're seeing things improve, you're seeing things rise and grow, and I feel like this is in your friendships, in your relationships, in your home. Like you're slowly, I can't explain it better, like you're primping and things like that. Primping, is that a word? Like perfecting things, and everything's becoming more beautiful along with yourself and your own body and your own like soul. You're feeling more and more beautiful by the day, which is really cool. You're not, it feels like a lot of pride or joy coming from your ability to consistently make things better looking. Like, weird thing to say, maybe some of you are interior designers or something along those lines, about visuals of you being able to, even if maybe not as fast as you want to, you're always consistently making things look nicer and look better. And because things look better, they feel better, right? Like if your whole home was just all painted black inside and everything was dark, and if it was all grey and muddy or something, it wouldn't feel nice, would it? Like there's something where you making things more beautiful, and even yourself, you feel good. You feel good. Yeah, I really like that. Page of Wands, some of you are more spontaneous this week with the Page of Wands. More like making plans, taking action that you wouldn't usually take. I feel like, I don't know why I'm getting the Lord of the Rings come through, but like just for some reason this person holding this wand is making me think of like the Lord of the Rings, and I've never read the book, I've never seen the movie, but like almost like Gandalf. I don't know if he has a big stick, but there's something around that, the Lord of the Rings, or I don't know. Anyways, there's spontaneous decisions or traveling or roaming. When I'm saying roaming, it could even be that you're going to Rome, like roaming, but there's travel, there's exploration, and there's wandering, and you might go somewhere and you don't even know where you're going, you don't have plans. Like usually maybe you're someone that travels and you have everything planned out, all your weeks, what you'll do in the specific days. I mean, you'll know what time you should go here and here, and there's something where you may just book a trip and then go, I'll figure it out when I get there, and you just roam and you just go where you feel like, when you feel like, and you wake up when you feel like. There's something where you're not going to be so like hardcore planning if you are usually a planner. It is very spur of the moment. It might even be like you book a trip for the next day. Like there's something so spontaneous. It could also be some of you that are in like tourist destinations, like you've grown up there or you live there. You could even do that, like you end up going on, let's say you live in London for example, you go on like a big double-decker bus tour around London, even though you grew up there. Like there's something so specific about that where you're like, well, I've never done it though. And people are gonna be like, you're nuts. And you're like, well, I've never done it though, I just thought it'd be funny. Like, I don't know what this is. It's something like out of the norm where you're like, oh, I just felt like I'm interested, or oh, I saw someone cute on the bus, so I just went in, walked up to the top of the double-decker bus, and it was ended up being a bus tour. And I don't know, like there's something like, what's the word, not uncoordinated, but I don't know, I've lost the word, like, I don't know, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, new love. If it's not new love, if you're already in a committed relationship and you don't want that, it's a renewal in love, it's a healing, it's a new start. It's a healing. Did I say that already? This is a weird reading. Don't... Also, if you're already in a committed relationship and you're wanting children, it's that. Very much, because this is like new love, as in a new soul coming into your life, someone new to love and feel love for. Don't underestimate. Some of you might be at a strange age. Or an age where you thought you were past this, and whether that means you're adopting or whether that means you're like having a miracle baby. I don't know what it is specifically, I don't want to talk too much into it, but there's something where there's something strange, again, similar energy with that other card, something unnormal, different about this. It's not the norm to do, and again, that might just be adopting, that might be adopting a cat, whatever it may be, but there is adopting a cat is very normal though. There's something different. Others of you that have been single your whole life, this is something different because you're going to be in a relationship soon. Like there's something different, and you maybe aren't the age of someone, if you get into a relationship soon, to be in your first relationship if you've been single your whole life, right? There's something different. The World card right next to this, the World is ending a chapter, finishing something up, closing a cycle. You could be finishing up a certain job and you know it's time to move on and you're going to do something completely different next. Could be you ending a relationship, could be ending a friendship. You know what I'm trying to say. There's something ending or coming to a conclusion or being tied up in a nice bow where you can put it in the past and start something new and start fresh. I feel like with the World card, I feel like there's this feeling of when this happens, excuse me, there's this feeling of when this happens, you might be like, there's like an out of body experience or something where you go, did I really just do this? That's such a weird thing to say. So maybe you're in a job that you thought you'd always be in, or a relationship that you thought you'd always be in, or whatever this is. I don't want to say that to you. If you're in a relationship you thought you'd always be in, to be honest, I feel like you're staying in it. But it's more the World, like closing a cycle. The World can also be about relocation. It's the world, moving across the world, moving around the world, whatever it may be. There's like a weird out of body moment of you going, oh my god, I'm actually doing this. Is this real? Am I dreaming? I don't know why that's coming through. Clarify the Empress. You have the Sun. There's so much joy. I think I said that. There's so much joy and pride coming from you seeing like physical proof of your ability to make things better. And that's why it's about, and it sounds silly, you making things look prettier or you making things look more photogenic, whatever it is, you being able to see that you're useful, that you're able to make things nice, make things feel good. I don't know what this is around, but like this could even be your job very soon if it's not already, and you're really feeling very happy in it. So that might be that you like are a hairdresser, right, for example, where you get to make people prettier, you get to make people feel better about themselves. And like that's just one example. There's many different jobs where you could do that, but you know what I mean. There's something. You could be a tattoo artist and people leave obviously looking cooler than they did coming in or something. There's joy around you, and again, because when I used to say this, it almost sounded egoistic or something to be like, oh, you're making your physical appearance or others or your physical life look better. That's kind of like materialistic, is what I used to think. It's materialistic to think that's important when it isn't. But it is. It is important. It is okay to make things feel good. That means making them look good. Like, a lot of the time. Clarify the Page of Wands. You have 5 of Cups. Huh. Some of you are going to be traveling to... I want to say, firstly, you already know about this. I'm not causing any fear. This is something you already know about. I just want to say that, because this energy is current, it's here. 5 of Cups, it feels like you might be grieving someone, and that Page of Wands is you going, I'm gonna go. If they live on the other side of the world to you, you're like, I'm going to their funeral. I'm gonna say goodbye in person. And the reason I really wanted to clarify, don't worry, if that's not your message, it's not your message. But for those of you that know that this has already happened, you're like, yeah, I already booked my ticket yesterday. There's something where you are traveling to grieve or say goodbye to someone or something, or this could also be like, I don't know why I'm getting something sports related. So if you were like in a certain sport, or like it could be like your old rugby coach, if that makes sense. It might not be family, it might not be a friend, it's somebody that you looked up to or that coached you or mentored you in some way. Or what I was actually originally going to say, to be honest, was it could be like the closing down of a sports team or a stadium, or I don't know, that sounds weird, but it's something where you're traveling to it. There's something you want to say goodbye to. Maybe it's a tower getting knocked down and that was your first job, where, I don't know, like it's strange. There's something strange or off kilter or off out of the norm around this, where others might be like, huh? Like, is that important that you do that? Is that going to make you feel better? And you're like, yes, I have to do something. I know it's weird, but I have to do something. I can't just sit here. Clarify the Ace of Cups. 10 of Swords with the Ace of Cups. That's beautiful. I love the 10 of Swords. It's kind of a strange one to love, but 10 of Swords is, even though you have 10 swords, you're basically, as you're watching this, well, a lot of you, those of you that are grieving, are going to not be feeling quite right. But the good thing, the thing that I love about the 10 of Swords, is that when you're feeling this terrible, things can only get better. And they can consistently get better and better and better. And I also want to mention, you have the Sun card. So when the Sun card comes out in a reading, all the other cards aren't as heavy, they're lighter. They're not as bad as I'm making them sound. So just want to make a big point about that. You're feeling low, you're feeling terrible, but things are going to get better and better and better from here. And that's clarifying Ace of Cups. So if that's love, if you've been knocked down 10 times, you're getting back up and it's healing and it's going to be better than anything you've ever experienced. If that's whatever this is around, you're like, I'm ready to quit. I'm never doing that again. I never want to be in another relationship after that. Haha. I hate to break it to you. I think you are. I was going to swear then. That's really weird. I was like, I think you are. 10 of Swords is the light at the end of the tunnel, right? If things have been completely dark and you're like, okay, cool, I've lost all hope in that ever happening, here it comes. And those of you that are in a relationship also, if that's you being like, I'm at the end of my tether here, but there's something where you don't want to give up on it, there's something healing. There is a surprise healing within it. And that could be through whatever this is, new love of something. Adopting a kid, having a kid, whatever it is. Actually, I want to backpedal that. If you are feeling that terrible in a relationship, I just don't want to plant the seed that you should have a kid with them. And I know you're not going to, and I know that wasn't what, that wasn't what I meant, but I felt like saying it. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. This is a weird reading. Clarify the World card. King of Pentacles with the World card. You are free to go where you want. The reason I say this, King of Pentacles, very, very He's kind of the rich king, and I know it's not about like money, it's not about that. There's something where you have the freedom, you have that in some way this week, or by the end of the week, somehow, miraculously, you're going to find yourself in a place of realizing you have enough to do what you want to do, or to move, or to travel, or to, you're not tied down, you're not rooted, you're not a tree, you don't have to stay where you are. And there's something where you're like, if not now, what if I'm not in this position in a year? What if I'm not in this position next week? I need to do what I want to do whilst I have the means to do it. And if that's not resonating, there's just something with it. It's more, to be honest, some of you it's about freedom. It's not about money, it's not about travel, it's more about you going, I'm freer now than I've ever been. I need to make the most of it. And whether that be you tying up a job or a relationship or selling a house, right? Whatever it may be, it's you going, this is the youngest I'll ever be. I need to do this. Like, I don't know what it is specifically, but even though some of you, I feel like I'm connecting with people that are very old, to put it bluntly. And in that, I mean like, some of you, I'm talking 90. Like, okay, I'm not calling you old. If you're less than 90, I'm not calling you old. I genuinely mean old 90. Okay, others of you obviously aren't, but you feel it, and you feel as if you've past your expiration date or something. You feel too old for certain experiences, certain things, and I just want to say, you're the youngest you're ever going to be right now. You're the youngest you'll ever be. So I'm just saying, you're not too old for whatever it is you want to do. You have more time now than you'll have tomorrow. You have more time than you'll ever have again right now. So don't think you're too old, ever, to do what you want to do, to say what you want to say, to act how you want to act, to cut your hair how you want to cut your hair. Do what makes you feel good. Forget your age. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. This has been a really weird one. I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tarot Tuesdays.